there, we are
Jefferson,
Domenica,
John,
Kenny,
and Emily from 10th grade C. And today we have the honor of interviewing head of the Duale Schule School, Roxana Rodríguez. She is a hardworking and talented leader.
Good afternoon, Ms. Roxana. How do you feel today?
I feel wonderful. Thank you for this interview.
We're happy to hear that. Thank you for coming. And today we are going to interview you. But before I start asking you questions related with your job, let's play a fun game.
It is instruction. I will tell you a word and you tell me the first thing and come to mind. The first word is animal.
My dog and my cat.
Okay, next is place.
Home and school.
And favorite color.
Red.
And a small defect.
Being impatient.
Failure.
I'm sorry?
Failure.
Failure? I maybe have a lot of failures in my life, but maybe I haven't started the PhD program, maybe. That's a big failure for me.
Okay. And the achievement in school.
Having professional students that now are my friends.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Roxana. Now, and my friends Emily and Kenny continue.
Thank you.
did you like the game?
Yes.
That's great because now with my friend Jefferson Dylan, we are going to play a different game. But the game is about question about the pandemic and you and your job.
Okay.
So let's start the game. Please pick a piece of paper and give it to my partner. Yeah. What was that thing you did every single day to have the results you have today?
Okay. The results, my academic results, you mean, or maybe my professional environment? What I usually do is train myself to learn everything new every day, because there is not a time that a person needs to stop learning. That's what I always say, learning is an everyday thing to do if you want to improve yourself academically, and also this is connected with your professional life.
Oh, that's good. Interesting. The second question is, it is true that the new technological adaptation were complicated for some people. What think about that?
What do I think about it? Well, learning something new is usually a challenge for everyone, but if you have a person that helps you out to domain things that you don't understand, that becomes an easier fact to do. Like, for example, you are young learners, but you have grandmothers and grandfathers, right? So in that case, you can teach them with patience to use a tablet or an iPad or a computer. If that person is helped at first, maybe one time, two times patiently, I am sure that person will be grateful with you, and that person has learned something new, and it's not going to be so difficult for them to use the technology. That's one example I have vivid in my life, because that's what I do with my aunt that is 80 years old.
That's good. I agree more.
Please pick a piece of paper and give it to me.
Okay.
So, with this COVID situation, we wanted to know, how did the pandemic affect you?
How did the pandemic affect me? Well, what I can say, pandemic affected a lot of people in many different ways. I would say that in my personal case, I learned to value life more than for pandemic, right? Because I could understand that life is so fragile for some people and in some cases. And I learned that the value of having family together and appreciate every single moment with them is something that we need to have always in consideration. before our personal jobs.
I agree with you and I understand. So, the next question. Sorry. Oh, that question is about European. The question is, what were the advantages and disadvantages of being in this pandemic in the educational field?
Well, advantages, there are a lot of advantages that we are living at the moment. I will say the first thing is technology. Technology provided a school system of a new view of teaching classes, for example, getting to places that we couldn't get before because now with technology and all the platforms that existed, many kids are educated. I would say that is the first thing that I have in mind. Disadvantages, maybe the technology provided us of the option of not being together. At some point, human beings are social people, so we need to be in contact with others at some point. For that reason, I would say technology has good points, but also we need to consider that being together at sometimes during school times, like us, that we have these presential classes and online classes, this is a good match to make our students have a better learning way, but taking into the advantage of having technology in their hands and have the opportunity to have the word and the information in our hands. That's for me the most important thing we can have.
I agree with you. So, there were many changes during the pandemic, and one of those is the technological aspect. So the question is, do you find it's difficult to adapt to new environments such as technology?
Well, it depends. If you are a person that loves technology, nothing is impossible, and on the opposite case, you want to improve technology more and more and you want to adapt to it. But there are some people that prefer to stay in the old system, like paper and books and boards and etc. But I think as time passes and pandemic gave us this advantage of technology, I guess everyone will be able at some point to adapt to this new reality, because the advantages are bigger than the disadvantages. And at some point, as I mentioned to your friend, if we have the patience to teach those people that find difficult to use technology, if we have a little patience to teach them to understand, with the time we are going to have a community of people that understand how to use it in their own benefits.
Yeah, that's interesting in your opinion. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What is your teaching methodology?
That's a very interesting question. I am an English teacher, and when you are an English teacher, you need to help your students to improve in something that they sometimes like and sometimes they don't like. What I usually do is try to bring my classes real life experiences so my classes become meaningful to them. So they cannot say, oh, English is difficult, but English is fun and different and it's a good language to learn because all the benefits it brings to their own life.
Sounds interesting. How do you picture yourself in 5 years' time?
That's an interesting question. Well, I think I see myself studying for a PhD program, and also I see myself surrounded of my students in Duale Schule, having the opportunity to for them to apply a new mindset of education in project-based program and also in problem-based program. And to get that, I think I will need to have a good group of teachers prepared in that field very well. So I see myself surrounded of a group of professional teachers, as the one that we have now, but even more prepared in the methodology of Duale Schule.
This is your have good plan.
How do you feel about these interviews?
Oh, I feel grateful because I was considered for this project with you, and I feel proud about the type of teachers that you have. They are wonderful teachers to help you speak English without being afraid of anything. So I support you to continue working in your speaking time. Okay? Thank you very much for being part of this.
Well, this is the end of the interview. We appreciate this time you share with us. We hope you enjoy it. Thank you, Ms. Roxana, for everything.
Una vez más aquí mismo. Action.
Please read and give it to my. Give me.
No, one more time. Action.
How do you feel in this interview?
How do you feel?
How do you feel about these interviews?
One more time. To action.
So please pick a pace. Please.
One more time.
About these interviews.
Uy, qué pena, se desenfocó. Vamos, one more time. 3, 2, 1.
How do you feel about these interviews?
So, bye.